Previously on Harrow.
Did Babbage tell you? She's authorized to have the river bones cremated.
I think he was wrong. I think that those bones might have been in the river less than a year, maybe 9 months. Harrow is a fabulous pathologist, but I wouldn't want to be around when he self-destructs.
Are you warning me off him?
You should know that Harrow is not perfect.
Are you in trouble too?
Police are coming. I know what they're looking for. It doesn't have to be here when they arrive. You can honestly say that you've not touched the files.
What if I was sleeping?
Ah, but you're not. You at home?
At work.
Pretty early.
Late. Loose ends.
Yeah, me too. Are you up for an after-work, before-work coffee? We have Lab Floor Arabica or the Queensland Institute of Forensic Medicine Kidney Stone blend with a hint of formalin.
I think I have to keep going on this for a little while.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Call you back later.
Chinese mining giant Green has arrived in Australia to finalise a $16 billion mineral deal.
Hi, this is Sergeant Soraya Das. I want to see if I can postpone the cremation of some remains that were sent to you.
Well, I don't care what the Minister wants. I am not clearing this line until Sergeant Das okays it. I don't care.
Hi. You okay?
It's not pleasant.
Oh, hell.
Lottie Benson, 22-year-old Danish media student. She's on a working holiday. Coal train came through here at about 3 a.m.
Didn't stop?
Nichols said the driver didn't see her.
She live near here?
No, in the city, student accommodation.
Did she drive here?
It's no car. We're looking into taxis and rideshare. Can you take her temperature?
Yeah.
How much blood should there be?
What do you mean?
Hey! Hey! This is a crime scene.
I'm sorry, I'm Sue Latchford, Federal Department of Energy. There are 3 passenger trains backed up on this line and another 2 pending.
Yeah, well, I don't care who you are, lady. Get back into your car or I will place you under arrest.
Okay, but you be sure of yourself before you do.
Get the super on the phone.
Look, I've got a young woman over there that I'm not finished with.
And it's awful, but our department cannot afford bad press about rail delays today.
What are you talking about?
The Chinese mining deal.
There's a lot of international media in the city right now, and these delays make very bad press.
There's a dead girl lying over there.
I understand, but grinding the city to a standstill won't bring her back. Sue Latchford. It's your Deputy Commissioner.
Sergeant Dass.
I understand. You've got 3 trains delayed already, 1,000 cranky commuters on each one, and another 3 trains likely to be delayed. So that's 6,000 pissed off office workers texting and tweeting and Snapchatting about how the government sucks on the one day you really need the world to be hearing the opposite.
Exactly.
Of course, instead of wasting the cops' time, you could be telling those passengers that getting annoyed about a tiny delay is piss sweet when this young woman will never be late or early or tired or cranky or happy or sad or anything ever again.
So you're ordering me to shut it down now? Fine. Can I get a body bag over here, please?
It's my dad's number.
How does he have my number anyway?
He works with the cops. You have to ditch it. And we have to ditch this place.
Brian, why would a long-serving officer's DNA not be on the police database?
Anyone in particular?
Robert Quinn.
Yeah. That arsehole. Oh, a lot of the old timers just plain refuse to give up their DNA on principle. Why?
He's been missing 10 months.
You make that sound like a bad thing. Robert Quinn was a decent copper. But even before he retired, he was burning bridges like it was going out of style. He's a gambler. Borrowing money from mates, not paying it back, so he ran out of money and mates. So, don't mention Quinn in front of Harrow. If anyone hates Quinn's guts, it's him.
This is really unfair. When?
Next week. I thought you deserved to hear it from me rather than an email.
Cutting to 2 days. I mean, how am I supposed to make my mortgage payments and eat on 2 days a week?
If the situation changes, a position opens, I will let you know.
Hi.
Hi. Why is Simon allowed to play with your records?
I'm on what Harrow calls my monthly.
Oh, God, that is offensive to everyone.
Once a month, I let him pick the songs for the day.
Oh, he doesn't let me. He lost a bet.
Technically, it was a draw.
Technically, when the new freezer was commissioned, Harrow bet he could stand there longer than me. Naked.
Well, otherwise it wasn't standardised.
I know, it sounds gay, right?
And I would have won too, except I had to take that phone call.
Is that what the kids call it these days? Are we ready?
That's a reasonably clean cut. Below C4?
C5 is crushed, C6 crushed, some damage, C7 where the wheel's flange would have run through, but look at the rest of her. Her rib cage, her spine, larger organs, her hip joints.
I'm not seeing anything.
Exactly. No broken ribs, no shattered hip, no dislocated spine.
She wasn't standing upright when the train hit her.
So she was just lying down on the tracks waiting for it to hit her?
It would have taken a lot of willpower to lie still while 20,000 tons of coal train bore down on you.
Maybe she was drunk or stoned.
We'll do a full tox. Have you looked into her mental health?
Her medical records are in Denmark, so it's going to take some time. I did speak to her parents, though. They said she was a happy girl, no history of depression. But you never know. Everyone has secrets.
Pass me the endocam.
What's that in her hair? Is that dust from the tracks?
I don't think so.
There's more in a sleeve here. Hey.
What's a nightclub stamp?
And look here.
Hand cream? Didn't notice any in her purse. You test it, I'll do the same at Scientific.
These marks, the pattern is consistent on both knees. Was there anything like this at the scene?
Can you remove her underwear?
I'll get a swab.
Looks like she's had unprotected sex not long before she lay down on those train tracks. No obvious sign of trauma.
Likely consensual.
Hey, can I ask you something? You don't have to answer.
Yes, I saw him naked, and yes, it was cold, but I think it's a fairly normal size.
Harrow and Steph, who divorced who?
Well, I think that's a question for the boss to answer, don't you?
Yeah, it is, but he probably won't. Were you here when they got divorced?
No. No, but I was here when Steph got remarried, and if you think Harrow is a grumpy shit now, then... I should get back. What? I see someone changed the music.
I took a vote. No one objected. What do you notice here about her organs?
Well, they're very pale. I guess she lost a lot of blood at the train tracks.
Presumably. Sorry I mentioned blood at the scene, too.
What do the crime scene photos show?
Well, we were booted off the tracks before she was able to take any beneath the body.
What do we do now?
This feels really dangerous. Well, rail tracks are actually quite safe during a lightning storm.
Yeah, I was actually more worried about the trains.
Ah, yes. That. Well, here we are.
Where should we start?
Between the tracks.
Well, there's hardly any blood. You?
No.
I don't get it. And she lost a lot of blood, so where did she lose it?
I don't know. But it wasn't here.
Hi, Steph. Hi. Sorry to drop in unannounced. Do you want to come in? Yeah, thanks.
What are you saying?
That Lottie Benson bled out, but she didn't bleed out on the tracks.
Well, we can't prove that now, can we? What do you think?
You've got the victim's phone, the nightclub stamp, and we know she had sex with someone. See if you can find out which nightclub she visited and who she was with.
Have you told Das about the blood?
I've tried. She's not answering her phone.
Hey. It's only me. It's only me. Look at this.
What is it?
Well, apparently, my step-uncle died. And, well, his place is empty.
Where is it?
Northern Rivers. About 3 hours. It's small. No running water. It's got a tank, wood stove. I don't think the reception's too good. I'm not trying to push it, but we're still nowhere near saving enough for a bond. And I know you want a place of our own. My stepmom said it's ours if we want it. Rent-free, we just have to keep the place tidy. That'd be the only toilet you'd have to clean. I mean, I'd clean too, but I thought it might be what you want. Get away from whatever makes you jump like that.
I thought I sent these river bones to the crematorium. Tell me, was it you who went behind my back or your friend, Sergeant Das?
I think you should blame me.
Don't piss off people in your corner, Daniel.
I knew you couldn't leave a good case unsolved. Hi.
Do you have Robert Quinn's body in your morgue?
Beg your pardon?
I just got a visit from your friend, Soraya Das. It was a notepad visit. I was married to you long enough to know that when a scenes of crime officer asks about someone, that someone is usually dead. So, is Robert dead?
We have the skeletal remains of an adult male, but so far...
Dental records.
There's no skull.
DNA.
The DNA from this body didn't get a match on the database.
Yeah, right. Rob refused to give a sample.
Why?
He thought asking cops for their DNA was an insult. Soraya asked about, if Rob had ever broken his wrist. I told her that he had a plate in one arm that used to set off some airport metal detectors. I think he broke it at the academy.
We'll look into that.
Dan, if you have him, I need to get a death certificate so that I can get his life insurance and get my house back.
Don't get your hopes up.
I love storms.
Sailors, not so much.
I think you like chaos.
Only when I find the order in it.
Kyriakos and Pavic think it was you that ordered the river bones back from the crematorium. And you took the blame.
I was trying to help. It was a good call. You went to see Steph about Robert Quinn.
Who's been missing for 10 months?
Yeah.
Which is how long Fairley thinks the bones have been in the river.
He does.
Who had a broken arm.
Apparently.
Whose DNA is not on the register.
Apparently not.
How much did you dislike Robert Quinn?
I didn't dislike him. I hated him.
Because he ripped off your ex-wife.
Everyone liked Quinn. Cops liked him. Even I tried to. He was charming and handsome. And when he offered to retire so Steph could go back to teaching full-time, he'd think he'd driven the merchants from the temple. Then he started showing his true colours. Quinn was in pretty deep with the money changers, bookies, and the cards.
Yeah, Steph told me you took a second mortgage out on her house and lost the lot.
So she finally kicked him out. But the damage was done.
Did you kill him?
If I did, do you think anyone would ever know?
No. I'm not going to apologize.
But I want you to.
I don't know if it's Quinn. I think it is. I can feel it.
Copper's hunch.
You think I'm crazy?
I think you're quite amazing.
Hello? So you found the nightclub she visited?
Yep. About as helpful as a cat at a dog show. High-end club, $30 a drink. It's all about, privacy for the clientele. There's no security cameras. There's 20 staff, and not one of them recognised Lottie Benson.
Why do you look so happy?
We got access to her social media accounts.
Es genug vorher. Es genug vorher, denn am Straßenverkehr Schnellmeeting.
Who's the guy?
Yannick Hartman, 23, graphic design student from Dresden. And like Miss Benson, only been in the country for a couple of months.
Boyfriend?
Well, friends for sure. I mean, they seem close. There's lots of text messages, there's clips. And the last 3 phone calls were from him. Now, currently, Herr Hartman's not answering, so we're trying to get a warrant on his mobile.
But you have tracked her phone.
Yeah. Okay, here's her last 12 hours. Her student apartment. Then down to the nightclub area. She spends 2 hours down there, then spends another 2 hours down here, which is another bunch of clubs that we're door knocking at the moment. Then out to the railway line.
What are you doing?
Hey. I didn't expect to see you. It's good. Are you hungry?
No.
Come inside. What is it? What have you been doing?
Mum, something's come up. Kellen and I...
You can tell me anything, Bob.
Kellen and I got...
Oh, that's just a friend from school.
Yeah. I'll give you a call.
You don't have to go. Fern.
After years of coral bleaching linked to severe El Nino events, marine biologists are bracing for even more bad news, with the mercury set to soar this summer. As rising temperatures damage hopes of coral recovery, some fear that the reef may be lost forever. Mining giant Zia Green has received the green light.
It's Anise Myrtle.
What? Hang on. Morning. Oh, Jesus. Shh. Sorry, what was that again? Anise what?
Anise Myrtle, also known as ringwood, syzygium anisatum, or Anatola anisatum. The Anatols, they're the giveaway, they're very soothing. Morning, my angel.
So they are used in moisturizers?
Yes. However, I'm only aware of one company that extracts Anise Myrtle oil. So I'd start with them.
You know what I don't get? Social cues to leave. It's how come Yellowly lives in a nice house, happily married to a hot wife, while you contemplate poison, sleep alone in a floating testament to compulsive hoarding disorder. I didn't sleep on my boat. I slept here on my lounge. Why are you using so word anyway?
Fairly's away, so I'm taking his roster, aren't I?
Where is he? Chado competition.
It's a Japanese tea-making ceremony.
He's in the finals.
What?
Hey, what is this anyway?
The moisturiser that we found under Lottie Benson's fingernails is made by one company, and it is supplied exclusively to...
Hand crank.
Open Lottie Benson's phone journey.
Well, she spent 2 hours somewhere in this block before she went to the rail line. Why not here?
It's a pretty fancy joint for a travelling student. All right, let's see.
Did you get Lottie's tox report?
Yeah, alcohol and cocaine. Big night. Unfortunately, there was no match on the database for that sperm.
What about the powder on her hair or on the clothes?
Chalk. Not from the rail line.
Where'd you get up to last night?
Pretty unsubtle question, Doctor. Ask me a better one. Maybe I'll answer you.
Good morning, officers.
Detective Senior Sergeant Brian Nichols. You look like you're expecting us. These, suits, they're not with the hotel staff, are they?
They are legal advisors engaged by the hotel.
The hotel's in-house lawyers.
Well done, Harry. You've found a place with something to hide. May we see your hotel guest register for the night before last, please?
The hotel wants to assist with whatever your inquiry concerns, but our guest register is commercial in confidence. We take our customers' privacy very seriously, so we can't release any information without a warrant.
What about your security camera footage?
Likewise, I'm afraid.
Well, I guess we'll have to drum up that warrant then. Sergeant Dash, you start rustling up all the people you need.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing out here? Come in, say hi to everyone.
Not today. Maybe here.
What's this?
It's Robert's old toothbrush.
Why?
I need you to check it for DNA.
Can you run this?
Absolutely.
Hey, Axis Sally.
Sue,
What do you want?
we want to help.
Oh, well, you could help by leaving.
The Minister has become aware of this investigation and wants to ensure the police has all the resources it needs to conduct a thorough investigation. Only... It has to be thorough. Take your time. Put your needs in writing, everything you need, and proceed through the proper channels.
These are the proper channels.
We want you to take your time.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I get how this works. Look, if we write down a message, can you take it to your minister?
Of course.
I think I see why Maxine likes you.
You want a duplicate, Harrow?
Sergeant.
What?
There. Is that your guy?
Yanni Cartman.
Still haven't found him. Neither of them are sure where they're going. It's their first visit. But she has a key.
Where's that go?
Goes to the penthouse.
I don't think a 23-year-old graphics student rented this place.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere this clean, and I spent 12 months in a sterilization lab. They've cleaned this place top to bottom.
So you think Lottie Benson died here?
Somewhere near here.
Either the hotel cleaners are super good or...
Lottie wasn't killed up here.
This doesn't match the pattern on her knees.
Sarge? What is it?
It's pretty damp. It looks like it's been cleaned thoroughly.
Blood?
Or semen. We'll try and get a sample. Just cut out the carpet if you have to.
Dash, you there?
Hey, did you find out who rented the penthouse?
Oh, yeah, looks like some shell company registered in Luxembourg. We'll keep digging. But listen, we've reviewed the security footage. Benson and Hartman arrived about 11:15. They got into that lift, and we do not see them again.
What, so we don't see them leave?
Huh?
We need to ask them where else the lift goes.
There are no security cameras down here.
Some of our clientele prefer to come and go in private.
Where would you park if you're in the penthouse?
Wherever I wanted. So, they pull up here, but
But there was no blood in the elevator.
and there's no blood in the penthouse either, so...
So maybe she was let out alive.
Yes. They brought her here to kill her. Over this grate.
Some kind of powder on this fire hose.
Gloves. Chalk from latex gloves. And then they drove out.
Check council, check shops, check anywhere left or right of this hotel for any security cameras that might have been on from 1 a.m. the night before last. Go. Nichols. Okay, send it through. Well, we found Yannick Hartman.
It's cold. Rigor mortis has come and gone at least 24 hours.
This is a well-known gay cruising spot.
So from the best hotel and club in the city to here.
Look at this.
Asphyxiated, but no sign of strangulation.
More powder here. Someone wearing gloves dressed in. Can you tilt his head back for me?
Here. Cling wrap.
Take it through.
First up, we need to check the semen sample found in Lottie Benson against this guy.
I'll get Macaulay to open up the lab.
Stop.
It is rank bullshit. Where the hell is this coming from?
The German embassy
for Christ's sake.
has requested that the coroner not authorise an autopsy on Hartman until
This is insane.
Until they receive a full preliminary police report.
Well, ignore them.
Who's leaning on the Germans?
Shut the door. If either of you mention anything about what I'm going to show you, your lives won't be worth living.
Why?
A friend just sent this to me in confidence. It could cost him his job and me mine. Street camera footage near the back of the Noctua Hotel. And there.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
It's a rental. Who rented it?
A Red Rise Investments from Mali. But the forensic accountants have just discovered it's owned by another company, a ZDP Industries from Luxembourg.
Who rented the penthouse?
And we're still working on who owns that.
Do we know where the company's based out of?
China.
Australia's latest mining boom is just around the corner, according to industry analysts who were treated today to a rare audience with the man behind the creation of the $16 billion
Now that's a man who could afford the penthouse suite at the Noctua Hotel.
Harry Way are expected to formally announce the deal at a state function to be held.
So Harry Way rented the penthouse.
Probably through the same daisy chain of companies, yeah. So, he's at the club. He meets Lottie and Yannick.
drink, they flirt.
He flashes his cash.
He suggests taking the party back to his penthouse.
Young travellers, super rich, handsome man, free drugs, no strings, why not?
But Way's discreet, so he doesn't travel with them, but he tells them where he's staying.
And he gives them the key card.
More fun in the penthouse. But Hartman's sexual tastes are a little edgier than Lottie's.
And then things went bad. Way is so busy on Hartman, he doesn't realize.
Until it's too late, he's dead. And Way can't afford that kind of a problem, and Lottie's a witness.
Yani?
Maybe they tell her everything is okay. They'll drive her home. Then they'll call the cops.
She doesn't realize until it's too late.
And then she's a suicide?
And he's the victim of erotic asphyxiation at a well-known gay cruise spot. It's all conjecture.
But it's right.
But we don't have anything. I mean, even if we can get past the hotel lawyers and prove that Harry Way rented the penthouse, we can't prove what happened there. We can't prove he was involved in her murder in the car park.
And that rental car?
Nichols is working on a warrant. Told Nichols I'd go and talk to Hartman's family. You want a lift?
Oh.
Okay.
I don't need my eyes. I've got pretty legendary senses of hearing and smell, and yep, that's what I thought. The unmistakable smell of Nwafu. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Nwafu? Cowards, weasels, poltroons, you gutless, bully-murdering assholes!
I'm not gonna jump. You're gonna have to kill me.
We don't want to kill you, Dr. Harrow. We don't want you to jump. We want you to simply stop. Do what your superiors have told you. Stop your investigation. That's all.
It's taken me quite a bit of therapy to acknowledge that I'm just not that good at stopping.
112 Morton Street, Norman Park. That's Stephanie Tolson's address, isn't it? Your ex-wife, mother of your daughter. A woman who lives alone.
You keep Steph out of this.
That's up to you.
We can't.
We can.
We can't just up and go.
Of course we can. It's just for the weekend. Okay? You need to get away.
Jesse. I can't afford it.
I'm taking you. Is the stove off?
Miss Tolson? Yeah, we've had a call from Dr. Harrow.
I'm sorry.
Then tell me what it's about.
It's a long story.
Meddling. Muddling. You can't just do your job, can you?
Listen, I hope it's not too strong.
Have you got the car?
We can't find it. We're trying to find the person who rented it, but our phone calls are being literally diverted through Timbuktu.
It was Harry Way. We have bodily fluids in the victim, which I swear will be his.
OK, well, how are we going to get a sample from him, Harry? It's a bureaucratic stalemate. We've been wide-handed, mate, which is just what those pricks wanted. The deal's signed. They'll be tipping their glasses to it tonight and they'll be going home tomorrow. You know, they won.
Where are they tipping their glasses? Hi, how you going? Could you tell her I've got it?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Sue, could you tell her I've got it?
I'm sorry, sir, this is a closed function, so unless your name appears somewhere...
Yeah, no, it's for Harry Way and Zia Green and the Energy Minister. Yes, I know, that's why I'm here. Sue can't leave because she's introducing the Minister, but she can't stay unless she deals with the, Sue. Latchford. Oh, look, there she is inside now. Oh, come on, the poor woman's going nuts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, here. Give Sue a call. Tell her that Dennis Gregan brought her thrush cream like she asked. It's all yours.
Wait!
So that's the source of the problem right there.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, if only you'd used those words, you bastard. That's all you needed to say when that boy Hartman died in your penthouse. All you needed to do was call the police and say, I'm sorry. It was an accident. He choked while we were screwing. You probably even wouldn't have been charged. But no. You didn't want a scandal. So you had Lottie Benson's throat cut just to save your dignity.
You know how many people my companies employ? Mr. Pathologist. Over 80,000. And they buy food, clothes, and cars, and keep hundreds of thousands of others working. If I was to face a scandal, my company's share prices would drop, and hundreds of thousands of people would go hungry. That's all more important than just one life.
You might have all the money in the world, but you don't have the right to decide.
Only I do.
Is that it?
You owe me.
So it's Harry Way's semen and Lottie Benson, and it's completely inadmissible.
But at least we know.
CIB has the car that moved the bodies.
Anonymously reported stolen. Bastards. We're not going to get any DNA out of that, are we?
And Harry Way?
Oh, he and his entourage flew out of the country. That's probably them now.
Well, we don't have an extradition treaty with China.
We'll go through the channels, we'll see what we can do. Sometimes it just happens, Harrow. Sometimes a bloke gets away with murder.
Got the all clear, Steph?
That's it. I am giving Daniel a piece of my mind. Very sharp piece.
Come on.
No.
Leave it.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Give it to me.
You're kidding.
Let's go.
We'll go.
Hey. Hey. What you got? Insufficient DNA on this toothbrush. Couldn't get a profile.
Whose toothbrush?
Robert Quinn's. Steph seems to think the river bones might be his.
Yeah, I know.
Is there something I need to know?
Only to do your job.
Quinn's phone went black on the night of October 3rd. Now, I have roughly reconstructed its travel on that night based on the phone towers. It travels from the suburbs to the valley, to the city, back out through the western suburbs, and it finishes here. Now, I want to search this forest and this dam.
Look, what do you want?
A couple of recruits and just one day. I want to search that bushland and trawl that dam.
And if they don't find anything?
I'll never mention it again.
Six recruits and a supervisor. One day.
Tomorrow?
Get out.
Can you find your way now?
Quinn's car has come up.
Why don't you tell me you'd found Quinn's car? They won't stop now until they know whether Robert is alive or dead.
What if the bones you've been banging on about are Quinn's? We all warned Steph about it.
You were the sergeant here when Holly went missing.
Holly was a friend at school. One day she vanished.
Where is Holly?
The only person who knew for sure was shot in the head, and his memory went with it.
Wouldn't that have killed him?
Normally, yes. It's unusual when it happens.
The Crime Wave continues next on ABC and iView when Amelia Fox stars in a gripping new instalment of Silent Witness.